Start your engines, everybody. Yesterday when I got home from work, I decided I just wanted to keep on riding my bike. So it is the first day that I got over 3 hours pedal time, probably all year. I'm going to show you what happened at this race. We did a MyWhoosh, did the 7 gems. And if you look down here, this is the profile of the race. I knew it was going to come down to this climb right here, and that's just a little over 10 kilometers to the finish. Never in the course. I'm not quite sure how steep it was going to be, but here we go. So that's where it is. It's the 7 gems, and it is the world of Arabia. So let's get right into it. Take a look at my face down here. You can see that after a full day of work and an hour and a half on the bike, man, I am tired. My whole entire goal for this race was to stay with the lead group all the way until the climb and really just try and make it over the climb. Here we go with the start, and my whole goal is just stay with the leaders here, not be out in front, but just be near the front. And my whole time right here, I am constantly watching the watts per kilos of the guys around me. And I try and maintain the same watts per kilo in my legs is what I'm seeing on the screen. I've been doing this for so long. When I see it start getting up to 4 watts a kilo, I need to start pushing and feeling some pain in my legs, especially the way they were feeling at the start of this race. I didn't think I was going to finish, to be perfectly honest. But this whole time, just watching the watts, keeping an eye on it, and just looking to see if we're dropping anybody in this group. I definitely was watching my watts up here a little bit. I watched my heart rate a little bit, but I felt like my legs were going to be the limiter today. I was just not going to have enough energy in my legs to get my heart rate at the 170 or plus, and that's what came to fruition here on the climb. But we'll get there. So we're cruising along, and I will say this was a really fun race. When I got home, I went onto MyWhoosh and saw there wasn't a race for an hour, 52 minutes. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to do a Training Peaks virtual race. And I jumped into one of those, and right at the start, out of the gate, we had a bunch of bots that just took off up the climb. And I wasn't motivated. I'm like, these are just bots going at a certain rate or a certain level. There's no scenery. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to ride my bike, turn my legs, get some more miles in, get some zone 2 stuff in here. And then I will prepare myself for the MyWhoosh race. But here I am out in front. I did some surges out here to try and get our group a little bit smaller, but we end up getting down to 9 riders. 3 of which didn't have a heart rate at the end. So I'm not sure how that works. As far as I could tell, you don't need to have a heart rate monitor to have a result in the MyWhoosh race. And I know the last one I did, the guy that won the race was at 5 watts a kilo for pretty much the whole entire race. I am clearly not at that level. So I ended up second, didn't beat that guy, and he had no heart rate. So did I really win the race? I'm going to say I won the race because I had a heart rate. And 5 watts a kilo is ridiculous for whatever it was, 45 minutes. So yeah, we were out here banging heads a lot. I definitely took some good pulls. When you're suffering and your legs hurt, you might as well just pedal hard. And I mean, I left my face on here on purpose with me talking up in the corner. And in MyWhoosh, it has a very minimalist screen. You basically have this. There's nothing else besides this. And then your map up here, and then you have your placing out of how many riders, and then you have the group. I can scroll up and down on there to see any riders below me. We're still about 9 or 10 riders. I think we're at 9. I think Rainier is gone by now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's the 9 of us. So at this point, I pretty much figured, oh yeah, you can also look at the map up here where we are, and you can see a little group behind us, and then another group, and then another group. So the graphics in this aren't great. I did try and mess with it with my fingers to make it bigger or smaller, but it would just like disappear and come back out. I couldn't change the map size at all. There might be something in the settings. but I haven't got that far yet. So yeah, we just kept cruising here. We kept banging heads. Every time we got like some of these little ups right here, the little uprisings, either I was pushing the pace a little bit. See, I'm over at I'm 500 watts there. So yeah, 400 watts. So this was fun. We were just banging each other, banging heads, man. Cracking skulls coming up through there on all of these little climbs. Super fun race. And I am so happy to actually still be here. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, the whole race was 32.8 kilometers. We have 24 left. And up here, we're 8.9 kilometers in. So we're still relatively in. Oh yeah, these guys, we had a bunch of people attack and try and get out in breaks. And right here, I'm just watching. Here we go, 460. Yeah, 300 and something. Then I'm out here and I'm trying to save the matches. I don't want to be the guy that pulls the brake all the way. I'm going to go out there and do my fair share of work, but I'm not going to go out there. Like here, I committed to get me up here to like 500 watts for a second. I don't want to let any of these groups go. So now I'm picking and choosing when to use my energy. So right here, I decided that this brake could go. These guys are strong. They put a move on. And I'm also watching the map to know where the climbs are. So I don't really want to do a big push like that. I'm going into a climb, but I saw that we had a little bit of a descent. So I knew I was going to get a little recovery. And then we had this little rise here that now I'm going to have to prepare myself for. My heart rate's in check, 151, pretty good. I did that pull at just the right time to use the energy at just the right moment, be able to recover and get ready for the push up these hills here. And check me out. So we're here and now I'm just watching right here. They're over 4 watts a kilo. You know, we're going to start working now. You see me up here in the 300s. And here I'm putting some, not a tremendous amount of power down, but I see them 4 watts a kilo, 5 watts a kilo. And I'm just making sure that I maintain my spot up near the front, because if you're in the back of the group, you can be putting out 5.5 watts a kilo while the guy in the front is doing 2.5 kilos, and you don't push through because the algorithm's going to just make it so you can't just ghost through people. It makes you use way more energy to get around. So I really worked hard to keep my position up near the front. And then here we go. We're coming up another little climb. Yep, we're all into the 400 watts range. And I'm dying, man. My legs, I mean, look, my face is just absolute concentration. All I am is just concentrating on these watts per kilo over here. Trying to watch the watts per kilo, making sure I'm up near the front, making sure I'm in a good spot, and keeping an eye on the elevation map. And here we go. I know we have a little bit of a flat section. I don't feel like anybody's going to attack on this. I feel like all of the guys I was racing with, especially in this group here, once we split off from everybody, these guys kind of know what they're doing. They know when to attack. They know when to sit in. And I know we have another little hump coming right here. So I'm preparing myself. I'm watching the kilos, weights per watts per kilo. And I'm just taking a look and keeping an eye on things. And yep, we're just about to come into the climb here and then watch my watts and see what we do. 3.9, 4.2, 4.5. So yep, here we go. Put a little move on, get us up to 300 watts or so. Then when it drops into the threes, I know I can just kind of hang out. Once that hits 4 watts a kilo, 4.1, that's when you got to start putting some watts down. But when it's in the threes, just keep yourself up near the front. And heart rate's still in a pretty good spot. 24 minutes in, we're about almost halfway into this race. So we got 16.5 kilometers to go, 16.3 down. So literally right there, we just crossed the halfway point at 24 minutes and change. And it's still the same scenario. I really don't have the legs to attack. And I know there's a climb coming at some point. So I know I don't have the legs to just attack and try and pull off the front by myself, especially with a group of riders that clearly have been racing for a while and know what they're doing. So I'd love to see some of these guys later on in the race. And there's a few of these guys that got dropped off of our group and then came back. So there, I did a little bit of a push again. So here we come. I'm looking at this bump right here. There's definitely going to be some shenanigans coming up here. Okay, we're just about to come into it. 4.8 watts a kilo, you got to get on it. And yep, here we are, just about 500 watts again. 500, yep, and it's just going to keep going. And I'm just watching, just get me over the top of this one. Just get me over the top. And there we go, we made it over the top. A little bit of split. Group all comes back together because everybody here is pretty solid. And yeah, that when I popped out in the front, that was just a little bit of coasting. No big watts to get me up there. Heart rate still in check. And there's a spot here. Yep, there it is, honey. Doo-doo-doo. I'm like, I just put some honey in my mouth, and then you put some water in there and you slosh it around, and then you swallow it, and then you got a little bit more energy. So I used every trick in the book to try and survive this race. So I know we're all going to be in check here. I think everybody's looking at the flat to the downhill. And I don't know if anybody else here knows the course or ridden the course, but I'm really enjoying the MyWhoosh. And you got all the scenery. It's nice. You got all the buildings out here. You got all kinds of stuff flying in the air. It has just the right amount of stuff. What would I change is the argy-bargy is a little bit weird. Or if you only have 3 riders together in a break. I don't think you should have to do 5 or 6 watts a kilo to pass somebody doing 2.5 to 3 watts a kilo. I think the algorithm's a bit sus on that. But yeah, here we go. Another guy attacking. Clevis von Urrosa. It's a good thing I don't have to pronounce people's names all day. I'd just be butchering them all. So yeah, but he's out here and all I'm doing is watching his watts per kilo. 4.9, 5. So as soon as you see that 5 watts a kilo with somebody out there, man, you got to get on the gas. Get up here and, yep, we caught him. And we're going to be going up this climb for a bit. So it's all argy-bargy. It's all, yeah, it's hanging heads out here. Cracking skulls. So, the new, that's kind of cool. So right here, I'm definitely suffering a bit. And I'm, oh yeah, 10 kilometers to go. This is a climb. But if you look at my heart rate, 168. I mean, I can't, 169. Yeah, and there it is. There goes the gap. I can't do it. I couldn't even get my heart rate up to 170. I mean, I don't know if you can really see my face in here, but my eyes are closed. Like I'm literally almost sleeping on the bike at times. My eyes are just closed. My legs are just on fire. So now it's me and this guy here. It is me and Clevis. Not Clevis is gone. Yeah, so Clevis is gone, and that's Michael Cade. Or Mikhail Cade. So, and there he goes. And at this point, I just want to finish the race. I'm just going to try and keep my heart rate up here around the 160. Yeah, I can't believe these guys are 45 seconds ahead already. Like that is just blows my mind how big a gap they got on me as soon as I cracked. So, but now I'm starting to watch Clevis, and I don't really want Clevis to follow me, and I definitely don't want Rainier to catch me. But I think Clevis is gonna. He was catching me pretty quick, and I'm just going to the engine room. I'm like, man, I need some power. Anything, help me, engine room. Like I'm just dying here. I mean, I feel like I'm pushing 300 watts and I'm pushing like in the 200s. So I'm kind of thinking once Clevis gets me, maybe I can jump on his wheel. Maybe not, but here he comes. He puts in a little burst. I hit 5 watts a kilo for a second. I try and catch on. Like I am just turning myself inside out. But my heart rate's not coming up. I literally just, the engine room was out of gas, man. I'm just saying, Scotty, we need to get warp speed, man. And he's like, Captain, I can't do it. The engines are down, Captain. The warp engines are down. I'm like, So there is another thing that comes up here. Rainier starts catching me, and I'm like, I am not going to be caught by a guy that's 1 minute and 49 seconds down. And there are times it comes down to about 1 minute and 13. Like these huge jumps, and I'm not quite sure how the time works, but he was jumping up and down 30 seconds at a time. So like right here, 2 minutes, 9 seconds. And I'm like, all right, I'm pretty good. But look at my heart rate, 161, and I'm doing 200 watts. Like, this is where you know your endurance is like, you've lost the plot. All I'm trying to do here is survive. See, I'm trying to get up to like 300 watts again. Because he just jumped, well, he was at 2 minutes back, and he went from 2 minutes to like 1 minute and 15 seconds. He gained a whole entire minute in like 2/10 of a kilometer. So I'm freaking out here. I'm just like standing up, sitting down. Did I get some more honey? I think I just jumped, got another little juice of honey there, just to try and get me to the finish. So heart rate's still at 161, like a paltry 240 watts. Like, that's embarrassing, but it's all I had, man. But like I said, this is the longest ride I've had of the year. And at the end of the day, I am really glad that I got out here and did this. My legs were sore at the end. Like, I was done, man. Done, cooked, fried, done. But here we go, 3.6K to go. Rainier got back down to 1:35 again. And there I am, I'm standing up, I'm sitting down. You'll see me stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. Heart rate 163, and I'm not even getting 300 watts. So you can tell just how fatigued I am at this point. But I'm not gonna quit, because I don't ever quit. 164 heart rate, 250 watts. And I'm looking at this saying, all right, how many more climbs do we have? And just eyeballing the climb. So this is kind of cool going through this little tube here. So I was standing up, trying to get my speed up. There I am standing up. So I'm just standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down, trying to use different muscles, trying to use my quads, trying to use my hamstrings, trying to use my body weight, just anything to propel me forward to make sure that Rainier does not catch me. And obviously at this stage, the kilometers are going down really slow. So we're at 1.6 here, and I'm still sitting in 8th place. And I gotta tell you, I'm happy with 8th place at the end of this race. You're seeing, like, I am putting everything into it. We're up to 166, pushing 300 watts here in moments. 1 kilometer to go, and I'm just yelling and screaming in my head, like, you can do anything for 1 kilometer. Yep, we're standing up, we're sitting down, we're standing up, we're sitting down, we're standing up, we're sitting down. 165, our heart rate's still, I can't get the 170 heart rate. The energy is just not there. Yeah, you just stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. And Rainier, because I knew it made him a minute closer, like in like 1/2 of a kilometer or whatever, or less. So yeah, he's down to 119. And look at my face. That's a face only a mother could love right there. So here we go. We're just gonna pause the video. Here's the results. We got no heart rate, we got no heart rate, we got no heart rate. I don't know if that really counts. I'm gonna say I got 5th place today. So, but if you look at Maxine, average heart rate 163, 234. That's okay. So the new pushing almost 300 watts, 3.7 a kilo. So he's a big boy. No heart rate, a little bit sus on that one. This guy here got dropped a couple of times, but look at this, 147 average heart rate, 306 watt average, 3.7 watts kilo. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a really low heart rate for the amount of work that we were doing. So then you check out Alex here, 250 watts average. Yeah, man, it's not bad. 3.4 watts a kilo, 0 heart rate. Martin M, 269 average watts, 3.6 kilo, 0 heart rate. I mean, it's possible. Then we go down to Mikhail Cade, 311 with an average heart rate of 157, 3.7. I mean, that's within the realm. I mean, that's pretty good, averaging 300 watts. Clevis, another one averaging over 300 watts, but that's only 3.3 watts a kilo, so he's a big boy. Definitely bigger than me. I'd have to do the calculation. It's, what was it, 100 kilos? This big boy, man. Average heart rate 159. Then we got me, average Heart rate 248, and at the beginning of this video, I'm going to show you on the scale, I weigh 74.15 kilos, so in the video, that will be the first thing you get to see here. And average heart rate 155. So there you have it. I don't think we have any more stats or results going on here. But super fun day, super hard, and all that's going to do is make me stronger for the next race. So I'm super happy with my whoosh. We will be doing another one of these tomorrow. I got advanced pickleball in the morning, and then I have, I'm going to come home and do a bike ride for you guys. That is on the plan for tomorrow, so we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment and subscribe. And if you want me to do a certain MyWhoosh race, or you want me to do a certain course, let me know. Bye-bye.